YouTube, what the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage here, back with the Carthage campaign. Hope you enjoyed the online battles. There'll be more of those intermixed with campaign. Again, I want to get deeper into those, and I'm even trying to create a beginner's guide for Total War Rome 2 online battles, so I'll be trying to release that in pieces coming out soon. So, broken, tattered, scared, and fleeing is the condition in which we find the Roman fleet outside Carolus after their recent defeat. I'm building another navy of my own here. I believe that I have another such navy over here right now, trying to knock out the last strongholds of the Gaiatuli, so that I can once and for all cast off these nomadic North African oppressions, free myself from their nuisance, I guess as it were. I need to recruit some better units, to be honest. But I think we've got them in a pretty good position. I can pretty much easily hold people back at Gadira. I've got the Romans beaten, and I can now move on Syracuse with this army here, which isn't a huge army, but should be more than capable of finishing the job. So pretty excited about knocking out Syracuse. Very excited, actually. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade the barracks here. I have plenty of food, so we're going to upgrade that city there as well. Carolus is a bit upset. Let's see what the unrest is all about. We can, if I remember right, there's a way to bring up this settlement scroll, which is right here. So we'll take a look at what's going on. Unrest is, we got currently corruption. Oh, okay, that's all stuff. So, okay, that's cool. That shows you where your corruption's at, your slaves. I'm still getting used to all these screens. It's relatively new. Predicted public order. Let's take a look at this, because this will show it over the province. Looks like cultural differences is making most of the effect right now. So, cultural difference in provincial instability, which is probably due to the invasions and me having just conquered Alalia. So that should smooth out over time. I do have this shrine to Balhamun there, so that should help. Let's make sure that my guy's not spreading Latin influence, because sometimes your generals pick up that retainer that's like likes Romans, and you can't get rid of it, and it spreads Latin influence all over your province. Punic culture is on the rise, so over time that should improve. Let's go ahead and end this turn, because I think I was at a standstill at the moment. Hey, check this out. Using one of Zarip's videos, which, by the way, that guy is a Total War scientist. He taught me how to use the drawing mode on always, so I can now use this in replays as well, and in campaign. Woo! Draw stuff. May help me illustrate points or just be retarded. Like so. Sending messages to the Romans. Actually, if I wanted to send a message to the Romans, it would be more like, well, here, let's do this. Message to the Romans. There we go. Well, the eye disappeared too quick, but frowny face with me sticking out my tongue. So we can now communicate with the Romans. Oh gosh, this is not going to be good. Alright, ending the turn. That's where I was getting to. Once I assign this trait to Hanno's Navigators, thank you very much, babysitting campaign guide thing. Well, let's see, they're a navy. Blockade runners, plus 10% morale, plus 5% ramming bonus. I like the sound. Great marksman. Melee defense skill for all units when escorting transports. We'll go with blockade runners. Kind of makes us sound like rum runners. Here we go. Moving back down to Carolus with that army. The Romans may make a run for Alalia, and you can see them building up some forces near Roma. And we need to put some pressure on them fast. So this army that I have back at Carolus is probably going to sail for Velothri, and then I will run for Cosentia with my army once it's finished knocking out Syracuse. So we'll go after Brutium with the army coming through Syracuse, and we'll go after northern, oh, I say northern, the Roma area with my army from Carolus, and we'll have to improve them some. Being attacked by the Gaiatuli. Looks like they got a good general unit there, some Numidian spearmen, tons and tons of skirmishers. Tons. So this army, not so many. I am getting reinforced by a very small army of peasants, basically, but I'm pretty sure that we can win this, especially with my African pikemen. These Libyan guys aren't so great, but I have my horsemen to run down their skirmishers, so this really shouldn't be much of a fight. By the way, I kept getting a whole bunch of black screens in my videos. You all may have noticed it, may have been annoyed by it. I was too. I think it has something to do with Fraps not being real compatible with Windows 8. I could be wrong, but it just doesn't seem to work as well. So I'm actually recording this with Xsplit, which is the same software that I use to live broadcast on YouTube. So we will see how it turns out. And give me your feedback. Let me know what you think. I'm going to split up these hoplites between some that are somewhat damaged. These guys are kind of disposable units. I just need them to hold long enough for my cavalry to do its work. I'll put my general right there, and I'll put these 2 units up here on the flank going through the woods. Oh, got another Libyan hoplite unit. We'll put it over here too. Get my quick little formation here. This is just my rush the enemy missiles formation. And that's exactly what I intend to do. Put my general down on this side so hopefully he can pick up some skirmishers from that end. My guys are relatively hidden in those woods, though they may become visible. Yep, they're going to be visible while I'm running. They'd probably be invisible whilst walking. Let's see, is that one of the general units up here? Nope, mercenary Numidian cav. Oh, look at all those slingers just exposed up there. That's going to be perfect. So...
we are losing ground.
Really? We're losing ground? We haven't even started fighting yet. I'm feeling pretty good still. My pikemen into phalanx in preparation. It looks like the AI is shifting up towards my position with my cav. They are. Time to start running down slingers then. They appear to be attempting to, or maybe they're just trying to merge up with the reinforcing troops. One way or the other, I need to shift my infantry further up here. There we go. Okay, got their troops retreating. And my cav's gonna get some good clean charges on these slingers. Get these guys out of the fight. As soon as I run a charge, I'm just gonna click a charge order on the next slinger unit. Just really want to get these guys routed quickly. I'm not even sure where all their spearmen are at. Looks like their spearmen are catching up to me over here. Okay, so I need to take out their infantry, but I can't even see their infantry. All their guys are kind of like hidden in the bush. Let's just pin these spearmen here. Got some tribal slingers right there that would prefer for me to kill them. And I'm gonna just kind of run forward for a second to chase these guys off, bring my general around and pick those guys up. Golly, it's hard to see right here. Can't hardly see these guys. We got a Numidian noble cav pinned down right there too. Oh, their guys actually came out chasing me. Okay, our general's gonna have to get a hold of all these slingers. Let's get a few attack orders going just to drive these guys back for a minute to get the pressure off my pikes. Okay, get some steady orders. Okay, I'm getting Numidian spearmen into the back of my Carthaginian cav. This is going to be bad, but I'm going to have to pull out of that. Getting lots of spearmen coming up behind me. Okay. We can straighten out that infantry. Yeah, we got one of our Carthaginian cav really screwed up from that. But we've got my infantry turned to face now. And my guys should last alright over here. No. I need to adjust the settings on that. They changed it. I'll have to explain it to you all when I get a chance later on. It'd be kind of hard for me to explain mid-battle. There's a functionality, though, where you can kind of hover over a unit and then kind of left-click. And let's see, we should be able to get around and take these guys out. Wow. A lot of tribal slingers all over my guys here. Let's get my Carthaginian cav into this as quick as we can here. We're breaking some of their infantry, though. Tribal tribal slingers, tribal slingers, just tribal slingers everywhere. Don't know how these Libyan hoplites over there doing. Probably not all that hot. Gonna hit those Numidian spearmen with a rear charge. Tribal slingers apparently came back from routing behind me. This is unfortunate. I'm gonna have to take this unit and go run them down, because shooting my guys in the back is actually going to be extremely effective. Alright. I'm having a hard time telling which Numidian troops have routed and which haven't as well. Let's just keep our cavalry chasing that direction. Alright. Should be able to hold out long enough here. Sorry I can't get you any close-ups at the moment. I'm trying to save face here and save as many of my troops as I can. My general would be more helpful back here running a hammer and anvil strike. Let's bring him back this way. Is that a tribal slinger unit? Okay, should be able to run down the tribal slingers. I want to bring in this infantry right here.
The enemy is attacking our ally.
Alright, I need to hammer and anvil this Numidian spearman unit. My guys are holding out. Quite stalwart, actually. Somewhat impressive, even. Let's watch our general run them down, though. Alright, that'll be the end of those Numidian spearmen, no doubt. Good stuff. And it says that the AI still stands a fair chance in this battle, so if they have troops left that haven't routed, I'm not sure where they're at. Okay, there was a noble cav that just broke.
The enemy general is dead.
Okay, they've got troops running off all over the place. What are these troops? They have a Numidian noble cav coming onto the field. That's weird. Alright, well, let's take my infantry and ungroup them, pull them back into a line, get all my cav back into a line. Maybe they couldn't fit all their reinforcements onto the screen at one time. Let's see. I won't be able to see the statistic. Or yeah, I can see the statistics. They only have a 20 charge bonus. They've got good melee defense, decent attack. These guys would be a match for my cav, so I'd prefer to engage them with infantry if possible. So let's fast forward. I do believe those guys can skirmish, though, which means that they're probably not going to just let me engage them. I'll put my pikes up front, see if I can get them into my pikes. That would be preferable end. See, my general is not tired. Do you have the second wind? Let's throw it on this Carthaginian cav that was worn out. It's a very cool looking unit, though, this Numidian noble cav, and I always have to ask myself, why doesn't Carthage have access to more cav, like more mercenary type cav, like heavy Iberian cav, heavy Gallic cav, all these kind of cav units that the Carthaginians should have access to, in my opinion. And I'm really hoping that CA is gonna do some additions to Carthage with some patches. It'd be great to see that addition. Again, these Numidian noble cav are wavering. Not sure if they'll even stick around to fight. They're probably going to skirmish away from me, though, because you can see well, they don't have ammunition. These guys may not be skirmish cav. For some reason, I was kind of wanting to think they were skirmish cav. Let's see if we can tempt them into my pikes, because that's certainly where I would prefer for them to be. Well, they're definitely skirmishing something here. Yep, they are skirmish cav, and they're gonna run away from me. And I would expect that they're probably faster than... Oh, they didn't run off. They sat there and threw flaming javelins, which is going to affect my morale, unfortunately. But I can get behind them. They're still throwing flaming javelins at my infantry while my cavalry attacks them, so that means that I didn't have any disadvantage to charge. Their guys are still throwing javelins.
The enemy general is dead.
And the enemy general's dead. And and now surrounded. So that'll be the end of that Numidian noble cav. There we go. Not a real pretty match. Lost more guys than I'd like, but able to put an end to those Gaiatuli armies, and they're not going to have a whole lot of places to run and regroup, so that ought to hurt them pretty badly. Wow, 562 kills, and then 435 on that other Carthaginian cav. That is pretty brutal. My guys don't retrain super fast in this province, though, because it's owned by my ally rather than me directly, so I believe it slows down my replenishment rates. Kill the captives, send these guys packing, send them back to the desert. I need to get my guys retrained as quick as I can so I can run up and take Gadira. Taking Gadira would be great because it would complete the province that I have with Kartuba. Another family seeks to stop the adoption. Okay, one of my armies, increase of rank. Mission issued. Recruit one agent dignitary. We can probably recruit a dignitary. So let's get ready to move on Syracuse. So this army I'm going to move up to the front. Lilybium is probably upset due to cultural differences, no doubt. And Carolus is pretty okay. Income's okay. Let's see. Those two armies are so thrashed that I don't think they'll be able to effectively take Tingus. And Gadira, the army there, is not looking too great. Let's see what happens if I try and actually take the city. No. Maintain the blockade. Let's see, I got my pikemen. My cav have mostly recovered. So they're going to have some... So Migdol is the only other major settlement that they've got a hold of. Let's move this army up here and try and take Gadira. It's predicting that the AI has a fantastic chance. I tend to disagree, so let's find out who's correct. Oh, I could have upgraded my army before this battle too, and I didn't. That was quite foolish. So yeah, we'll take care of this in person, since the auto-resolve seems to think these guys stand a pretty good chance. Again, I beg to differ heavily. I do want to be careful with my navy, because I want to keep that navy around, so I may use them if I feel like it's necessary, but I highly doubt it will be. I'm pretty sure that my guys will completely clobber theirs, and since they are relying on skirmishers and I'm not, I'm going to start deployment while it's foggy. This should give my men an advantage. And I'm going to use a pretty lame but effective strategy here, which is going to be to kind of bum rush these guys because they're skirmish heavy. And I'll put my general here and then get my cav over here just so I can come in from a couple of different angles. Okay, let's start the battle, start moving up these guys. Alright, most of their guys are all clogged up right here in the front. And let's get these cav moving around, see if we can find any weak spots. And then where's my navy? They're gonna ground their navy. Don't really see a whole lot of good landing zones. But I could support the fight from right here with my missile troops. So let's pull these ships up into this vicinity. And these assault ships will pull up there. Okay. Not seeing any resistance back here yet, so we're going to move in. And we're just going to rush straight at the front of this. There are a few spears here, but again, mostly slinging troops, and I'm just going to... I'll take out some of my more damaged units here, because I don't want them to get completely destroyed. And let's get into this fight. I'm going to have to halt them when I get close. Let's get my general up here. Oh yeah, this is going to work out nice. We can get up behind all their troops here. Okay, let's get those guys into phalanx. Okay, get all these guys into phalanx. And let's see. Numidian noble infantry, that's not a unit I want to tangle with right now, but maybe I can get into the back of this fight. Let's pull our general up there to maybe help reinforce a little bit. Let's pull these ships up closer to see if we can support the fight. There we go. Should be able to get my javelin ships within range as well. Taking away the town center. Okay, we should be pushing through their guys pretty well here. My pikemen are wanting to move forward. There we go. Pikes are still a little bit glitchy. Be aware of it, as it can be a pretty big pain. Oh, these guys are like just outside of some of my missile ranges here.
Our general is under attack.
Okay. Oh, that's a spear unit that I just charged into headlong, and now I'm getting pinned in by another Numidian spearman unit. That's not good. Okay, let's see if we can get out of there. On the other hand, over here... Oh, no, my general's getting engaged there. I don't want that happening. Come on, get through there.
The men are wavering.
My Carthaginian cab's getting demolished because I can't get them to disengage, which is understandable. They're not in a good spot to disengage, so I'm probably going to have one route. If I can get them out of here, that's going to be my only concern at this point. Need those guys alive for running down skirmishers and open field battles. My infantry should be able to handle this just fine. Okay.
The enemy general is dead.
Alright. A little bit sloppy on my part, but it's gonna be managed. I wish these were like slingers or archers so I could get even closer, but I don't want to dismount my guys and get them damaged. Get my Carthaginian cav out of there. Alright, good. So we managed to take Gadira. Again, wasn't real beautiful, but at least my guys will replenish quickly now, and I might even be able to get rid of those Libyan hoplites and replace them with some Carthaginian hoplites and some more African pikemen, which are much handier units. At least I find them to be much handier units. My guy's got some pretty good kills going on there, though. Also, I need to get champions into my armies, especially the ones that are about to march on Rome. Alright. Sweet. So Gadira was actually a traditional stronghold for Carthage, or I guess post... what do you call it? Post Punic Wars. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. We're going to tear down some of these buildings. Convert them over to my own. This province ought to be pretty easy to control from a, oh, what do you call it, a happiness standpoint. That's what I was looking for. Don't know why it took me so long to get that. Okay, so Tingis is going to be relatively safe. Even if it gets run over by the Gaiatuli, I can just retake it. The Gaiatuli are on the ropes. They're not in good shape. And this will give us a stronger hold on southern Spain. So let's see. Where am I going? Is it, okay, we need to end the turn with that army. This army right here needs some cav. So we really need to build the next barracks there. Because fighting against the Romans, some cav would be handy. Looks like Africa's recovering from the war savagery that was going on. And this army could actually come hit Brundisium. This army's in really good shape because it's got a oh, what do you call him? I can't even think of the name right now. It's got a hero, yeah. Ooh, I could get some Carthaginian ballista for this army as well. We're gonna do that, and then we will sail up to Brundisium, so we can hit the Roman in a three-pronged assault. This ought to turn out really well. So we'll recruit new units for that one soon. I'm out of money once I've done that, so looks like we need to end this turn. Except for I need to dish out these upgrades. Okay, I'm going to put Inexorable Conquerors, which just gives these guys even more melee strength. And I'm going to make the go start going down the command tree for the general. This campaign's definitely starting to get exciting. I know there's a lot of people who still tend to hate Total War Rome 2. I'm honestly not sure why. We've got 2 more patches at least that CA is planning that we can see. And up to patch 5, I mean, the game's working quite brilliantly, to be honest. A lot of people still think that
I bring word that
the
my lord
Gaiatuli want a
looks to
peace
end the war.
treaty.
He will not look to end it another day.
I'm going to make a counteroffer. I'll give them a peace treaty if they become a client state. Yeah, I'm not giving you a peace treaty unless you become a client state. I mean, that's pretty much all there is to it. We'll see if a little money will sweeten the deal for him. No? Alright, well, take it or leave it. I'm not giving you a peace treaty without strings attached. So, I would gladly conquer you to finish you that way. And I'm sure that my Carthago Nova client state allies would feel the same way. Alright, so we finished researching mercenaries. Let's see what else we got going on here. So I'm now gaining +3 replenishment rate for all armies, which is handy. Let's see. +3 food for finishing up an economy one. I'm looking right here up at the top of each little box. You gain some global bonuses each time you finish one. -5 corruption would be handy because we do have corruption going on. So let's research foreign customs. And that'll help improve my tax rate because of less corruption. Yeah, the Gaiatuli are looking well and truly beaten. I can't issue an edict here because I already have 2 of 2 edicts issued, but as my power grows, I will be able to issue an edict there. I do need to build some buildings here. We can convert this port. Let's see, we're going to need a barracks in this province. And then I just take some more food. Never can go wrong. And look at this building, more public order. But I need this army this money for some army recruitment and some other tasks. We are ready to go take Syracuse. The Syracusans have a substantial force guarding their city. This is a bit of risk on my part. Let's think what I have here. I could probably use a few more troops. I've got plenty of swordsmen. I can't get pikemen with this particular barracks. I could get more hoplites though.
Our lord needs good fighters.
I'll pick up a couple more hoplites, and that should give me what I need. I'm not overly worried about them right now, but I'm somewhat concerned. Yeah, somewhat concerned. Punic culture here is being overridden by the dominance from these buildings up here. There's a Syracusan temple there, and then I'm sure that there's temples up here in Brundisium as well, in Cosentia. Oh, this is going to be fun. The Syracusans have a huge force. That is going to be entertaining. We can further recruit to my navy. Might grab one more firepot ship, one more pursuit ship, or let's make it 2 more pursuit ships. So that'll become a fairly missile-heavy army with some good ramming strength as well. And then this army here, I'm going to wait till I finish this next barracks. Okay, I think we can end the turn again. Looks like my income is substantially improving. I now have ballista in that army, so that's the army that I'm going to need to sail towards Brundisium. It's going to need an escort though, so I'll use my navy to escort it. But we probably want to attack and defeat Syracuse before I sail too far with that navy, because I think the Syracusans, either one, they have a huge fleet of transport ships, or they have a huge navy there. Either one could be a very scary scenario for my relatively small army. And look, sure enough, that Syracusan force is now in my North African waters here. They're set to row hard. Let's take a look at that. The Celtici are trespassing as well. Transports. And transports. So, whoa, they just left Syracuse completely undefended. Those guys are stupid. Now, granted, I'm not at war with them, but this is going to be the ultimate backstabbing. So, whoo! See ya!
War then. We take this settlement for
Alright, so we're going to be able to easily flatten the defenders at Syracuse, so let's have some fun here. My gosh, this is hilarious. They sailed off with 2 huge armies and left me wide open to take the city. If they try and come back and take the city, I feel very confident that I can defend it. And especially if I start sailing that army from North Africa to reinforce and use my navy to harass their transport ships. So this ought to be fun. Very much looking forward to this. So let's start the deployment, and you all will get to see Carthaginian ballista on their first run here in my campaign. Although you may have seen them before, I suppose. Let's bring them up close here. I don't believe these are fixed artillery. They are not, which is good. That way I can move them up and get all the shots that I want. I'm just gonna put my guys in kind of a tight little defensive stack here. This army definitely needs some more diversity in the form of cavalry and some pikes, but it'll work for the time being. I'm going to take my ballista off fire at will. I'm not going to use explosive round, as if you look at what explosive round does, well, actually it is a bonus versus infantry. It does hurt my accuracy though. Let's try it real quick. But I am going to take fire at will off because I want to choose my shots carefully. Okay, we can now see some Syracusan troops coming into focus.
We will pay back their presumption in blood. Today, we teach these Greek philosophers a lesson in humility.
Today we teach these Greek philosophers a lesson in humility. I like it. So, seeing some slingers, mob, peltist. None of these guys are worthy targets for my ballista. They are landing some troops back here. Thorax swordsman. Ooh, that's a pretty good unit. Not a great unit, but a pretty good unit. Landing some javelin men. More javelin men. Looks like 1 thorax swordsman and a lot of javelin men. Okay, so my ballista have moved up into place. My Libyan infantry ought to be a match for anything the Syracusans have. I'm gonna bring my my Carthaginian hoplites in that direction. And then I'm actually gonna split out over to here with this group. And I'll leave my general up here. Alright, let's see if we can spot some heavier infantry, because those are the units that I wish to hit with my ballista. Again, none of these units are going to be worthy, and maybe they don't have... I saw a few hoplite units, and so those are the units that I'm really looking to uncover at the moment. Mob slingers... well, let's do some probing real quick. There's gotta be some hoplites around here somewhere. Not sure where they're hidden at yet, but we will find them, and then my ballista will destroy them. So, that'll be relatively simple. Oh, these are extremely weak troops, so I'm gonna run my general up here real quick for a quick raid and see if I can expose any troops being hidden in the vicinity. Okay. Those peltists look like a good target. I'll fry that unit as well, so that hopefully we can quick rout them.
Our general is under attack.
Okay, I still don't see any hoplites popping up anywhere. And we are quickly knocking out these peltists. That unit of mob is wavering. I'm gonna go ahead and run a charge over here into these units that were shooting me in the flanks. Hit these slingers.
What are your orders?
Alright, those slingers are going down quick. Let's move this infantry up. Kind of worried about my general taking so many shots from behind. He is starting to take a few casualties. We definitely need to plow our way through these slingers. Let's inspire that unit. Okay, good. We punched through. Took a few losses, but well worth it. We took out a whole bunch of skirmish units.
Our general has fallen.
Oh, you're kidding me. Almost all of his units left and my general dies. Oh well, I guess that's what I get for being stupid with my general. but that is pretty annoying. I've never seen that happen a single time yet in the campaign thus far, so that is a little frustrating. Let's see what's going on down on this flank. Okay, still only seeing javelin men. Oh, no, there's that thorax swordsman unit. Let's halt right here and aim at the thorax swordsman. I'm gonna put up a shield wall with my Libyan infantry. And let's see if we can hit that thorax swordsman at all. Got close. I think we missed and may have hit some of these javelin men. Actually, let's go out of shield wall and see if they use their shields better. Yeah, they put their shields up when they're out of shield wall. Let's just charge all these trashy skirmishers while my Ooh, got a good hit right there with that explosive round. Ouch. Yeah, we're definitely blasting up some of those thorax swordsmen. Not even sure where those guys are going, to be quite honest, but I'm going to let my Carthaginian ballista chew on them for a little while. Getting some fun kills. Oh, look, 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 look. We got a whole bunch more infantry coming up. So I'm going to pull back out of this. Again, I want my ballista to get a chance to do some work here. Let's bring my now dead general back over here. Or what's left of his bodyguard, I should say. So here come the hoplites, light hoplites, militia hoplites, citizen hoplites. Those are probably the most valuable target. That's all I want, is the most valuable target. Taking some damage to my Libyan swords by doing this retreating, but not overly concerned with it at the moment. Check it out, the AI has left this venue down here completely unguarded. So I'll start to push forward into that. Oh, brutal hit right there in the citizen hoplites. Oh, another brutal hit right there into those citizen hoplites. Those guys are way down now. Getting some nice kills with these ballista. Wow. Check that hit out too. Getting some really good hits here. Let's see what the kills look like. 76 on one and 37 on the other. So not fantastic, but hopefully we'll get some more here soon. You can see that it's pretty wonderful effects though. Blasting out those hoplites with my shortfalls. Really hoping for a good hit on this group right here. Oh man, that is beautiful. Okay. Taking some missile fire right here in one of my Libyan infantry. Oh, gruesome hit right there. Sent guys flying everywhere. So not everybody that it explodes does die, but obviously it's doing damage. And pretty considerable damage at that, it appears. Wow. Just laying waste to a lot of these units. Really fantastic. I'm going to see if I can get another couple of hits into those thorax swordsmen. We've beat up these hoplites pretty badly. I didn't consider those guys too much of a threat as is, but we've beat them up pretty badly now. Oh, to those thorax swordsmen, I think they went out of sight. Yeah, here they come. We can now fire again. They went out of view when they went behind that building. Boom! See you in Hades. Wow, that was impressive. Can you imagine the morale effect of something like this? Already being besieged by a relatively tough army and then just getting hammered with this crap. Now they had all those transports fleets around too, and that kind of worries me. That they're going to come back and try and take their city, or they're going to come after one of my unguarded cities, which is a very real possibility. So having that army still down in Africa may end up being a good thing here. Getting some gruesome explosive rounds into that general unit. What's funny is that my general died to a bunch of slingers in the charge, and their general hasn't died yet, even though he's getting hit by explosive rounds from an artillery piece. So I guess that's my luck, though. I'll live with it. These thorax swordsmen just get nailed. It's awesome. It's like a Punic howitzer going on here. Very happy with the results. And then as those guys level up, they should become even more gruesome. Only have just a few rounds of ballista ammo left, but if we look at that, 255 kills from one and 100 and some odd from another, so well worth it in my opinion. Gruesome results. Absolutely love it. These ballista are going to have to become commonplace. Alright, we're now out of ammunition in my ballista, so fun's over, folks. There we go. I'm going to move those hoplites around in a flanking maneuver. And we're going to start an assault with my Libyan infantry. And those slingers that they had have taken a little bit of a toll on my guys. Those thorax swordsmen may be coming back here to intercept my javelin men. And hoplites, so we'll position to get ready for that. Those guys will come up and defend my flank. Alright, let's get some charging. Whoops. Let's get some charging action here. Accidentally took a screenshot with Steam. Pushed the wrong button. So there we go. Good charging action from that flank, and then we'll take these guys back in into the rear over here. Let's see this charge into these hoplites. Those guys are trying to outflank me as well, and I'm going to catch them on the flank. So push them back once again, and then my hoplites over here have their escape cut off. So this is good. Not going to be any escape. Libyan infantry cutting those guys down. Mob coming after my guys here. Let's go to the phalanx and march forward here. These heavily armored units. Okay, we mopped this fight up here.
The battle is turning in our favor.
Got the Syracusans in a full retreat here. And then over here I've got a phalanx bearing down on these units. Of course my pikes are going to lose their attack orders here. If one good way to make a pike lose its attack order is to outflank it. Now look, they're doing like some kind of weird serpentine pike formation here, but oh well, at least they've got their pikes down. At least they did have their pikes down. Yep, you kind of have to keep an eye on pikes, folks. So, keep an eye. Alright. We have pretty much all but taken out the Syracusan forces. Pushing towards the town center. And then we'll just keep pushing this direction. Let's push these guys with my phalanx units. Watching mob get cut down by phalanx. It's not very fair. That thorax sword unit is still running from me. Got caught up on a few javelin men here. Let's keep pushing the town center. No, no. There you go. Alright. Got an attack order going on these mob. Chase them down. That thorax swordsman's starting to waver. Can't say I blame him. Alright, battle won. So Syracuse is ours, and kind of a hilarious victory there. Had like over 400 ballista kills. So, of course, Himmelko dies a ignominious death at the hands of skirmishers. So not exactly what I was looking for. Poor Himmelko. That's what happens when you're at command of air. So I'm going to have to replace him with a new general. But Syracuse is ours. Sicily is ours. Occupy. Let's find a good candidate to replace him. So let's see. Other dynasties. Meganid dynasty. Hananid dynasties. Let's see. What does this guy got? -1 corruption. -20 to public order penalties. That would be helpful. +2 cultural conversion. +1 siege holdout. Not bad also. -10 city center buildings. +2 cultural conversion. +1 authority. -1 authority. I guess that evens itself out. -10 attritional losses when besieging. +1 poker. And this guy's not bad either and doesn't cost anything. So I'll take him.
We fight for you, my lord.
Oh, I accidentally took an elephant general. I really meant to take a horse general. But, oh well. we'll go with it as is. We're gonna get rid of this Syracusan temple here, and also get rid of their barracks. I don't need 2 barracks, and we can keep their trading port, looks like.
Ready for orders.
Okay, so we got plenty of money. Got my navy here, so the Syracusans must own another province. They do. They have taken Apollonia. So Syracuse is not finished. That's not good, too, because Apollonia is a little ways away. Not exactly good for me. So that means the Syracusans won't be suffering attrition from having all of their forces defeated. That's a bit tricky. Let's see. I can't upgrade this dock here. It's going to take 5 turns, but this will allow me to build Scorpion ships, which would be pretty nice as well. So I will consider that. We can build a fishing port or a trading port. I don't need the food. I'm going to build the trading port because I'd like to have the commerce. So, but man, I'd really like to start building this dock shed. So I'm going to spend my money on the dock shed. 1 more turn till that province, or till that barracks is finished. It says the Celtici are trespassing, and they are. It looks like they're maybe at war with this other faction here. I'm not sure how these guys feel towards me, so let's take a look at the old... they do not like me. Well, how do the Celtici? They feel pretty good towards me. So, what if we make an offer? Oh, actually, let's be careful. Let's learn a little more about these guys. What do we know about these guys? So they're at war with the Sessatani, who are also a local tribe, the Celtici, and the Cantabri, which are all local tribes. So these guys don't hold a lot of face with their neighbors. So it's quite possible that I could use this to ally their neighbors against them. So let's go talk to the Celtici.
Greetings. Now
And
speak
let's
plainly,
see, I will
for
offer
we
to
are
join
an
the
honest
war
folk
against
and
these
value
guys,
honesty
which they should like.
others.
And let's see what we can counteroffer out of them. Maybe a client state? So let's see what happens. They accepted. Alright, so we've turned the Celtici into a client state, but I'm going to have to move quickly to defend them because there is a large army there. In fact, I'm not sure I can get there in time, but we will try. I don't have much of an army, to be honest, so this could be dangerous. I really ought to have a better army, but we'll make do with what we have. And we could sail this fleet around, and potentially, let's see, enemy fleet. So they have their own fleet that's at least the same size as my own. Interesting. I'll wait until my fleet finishes healing, and then we'll transport ships. So Carthago Nova's got transport ships. I really just want Carthago Nova to finish off Migdol. So let's make sure that Migdol's set as my war target. But then again, I don't have that kind of relationship with Carthago Nova. But they're still at war with the Gaetuli, so surely the idiots won't forget about it. So, alright, well, I think we can get out of here. Don't have quite enough money to recruit a champion, or else I'd do that to finish the turn. Let's see what Syracuse decides to do. It's going to be interesting. They have a couple of large armies. Where they attack me could be problematic. If they attack this army, I'm feeling pretty good, because this army is obviously well-armed and well-experienced. If they attack the army back in Syracuse, I feel pretty good as well. So, we'll see what happens. And, let's see, I just keep increasing the zeal on my... Oh, the Romans coming back for Eulalia. That's okay, they can have it. There's probably not any way I can defend it. They've got unit of legionnaires, general, Socii Equites, auxiliary infantry, mercenary Italian spearmen. Yeah, it's unlikely that I can defend that, especially with no walls. So let's let the Romans have it, and I'll just take it back. Hopefully they'll leave a garrison of troops there, and I can just march from Carolus to Eulalia and take it back. So let's see what they do. But the AI is not exactly known for leaving garrisons. A lot of times they like to just walk off and leave their stuff completely undefeated. So that's not good, though, Eulalia turning hands like that, because it's going to continue to cause, I guess, discontent in the province. So we'll have to do something about that. The sooner that I can get rid of the Syracusan threat now. So I didn't realize the Syracusans had another province. I wish I would have killed them before they got a second province, because they're easier to kill. Well, the Celtici got destroyed, which stinks. Wow. Do we get enough messages? So, trade agreement dissolved, army destroyed. That would have been my one there. Fleet destroyed, which is a garrison fleet. Construction report. Settlement lost at Alalia. Faction destroyed is Parthia. Alliance forged between Syracuse and Sparta. That's great, because now I might have Sparta hating on me. Province contested. Mission failed. Path blocked. Okay. So Abora is now garrisoned by a large force.
Fight for you, my lord.
And I do have a better access to better troops now. Let's throw some sword troops into this army, and then I'll feel pretty good at taking on anything that he can throw at me. So we'll have a pretty big war on our hands over there in Spain, because Abora is looking to be well defended. Syracusan fleet appears to be nowhere in sight. Whoa! Huge army of slaves, and then check it out. I got Athens and Sparta sailing on Cyrene. A lot of Macedonian activity. The Syracusan fleet, though, is out of sight for the moment, which is somewhat disconcerting. Let's see what the Romans are up to. What do they got here? Enemy fleet.
How can I serve Carthage?
I've got a fairly decent fleet here. I say we sail up to defend Carolus. And then let's march to destroy Alalia. So we can go both routes. Okay. Libyum, Syracuse. Need to build some new buildings here. Let's go ahead and build another... you know what? I've got plenty of food and income at the moment. Well, you know what? It never hurts to have more food. So we'll drop one of those buildings there. Got guys retraining there. I don't have a proper harbor over here, so maybe that's what I should build at Gadira as a shipwright. And then I can train a little bit better ships there. Very hesitant to go out to sea with this army.
How can I serve?
Very hesitant, because I don't know where the Syracusan fleet is. So I might just start marching to Lepsis and I'll sail from there.
Hourly patrols.
Okay. Yeah, as soon as I find out where the Syracusans are at, that'll make me feel a little more comfortable, because they could strike a massive counterattack on me at pretty much anywhere on the map. So that has me a little nervous to get my forces too far spread. Would like to gain some control of that situation. Alright. Good grief, what do we have going on?
The sword was drawn, but now it's bloodied. End this feud.
These guys want a
We
peace
offer
treaty,
peace today,
and if
or
they're
the
asking for
sword
peace, they
tomorrow.
must be reeking of fear. So I'm going to not accept their peace treaty and push the attack on them. It'll give me, man, another one of my generals died apparently, to one of their agents, because they're about to attack me. How very typical. That happens to me more often than I would like to know, where they come easily kill your general with an agent and then fight you. I do wish that CA would make it slightly more difficult to kill your generals, because they do go down a lot. So it would be nice if the enemy agents didn't have such easy access to your general. At least in Shogun 2, you know, it took a little more doing to get your agent to a point where they could actually kill a general or a daimyo or something. And in this game, it seems to be no challenge whatsoever. Your general is pretty much fair game, even though he's surrounded by thousands of soldiers, which seems a bit odd. But I will quit complaining and deal these guys the swift death that they deserve, and we will call it good. They have a lot of swordsmen, but feeling pretty good that my pikes can bust through the middle, and that my Libyan hoplites can hold for as long as I need them to on the flanks while my cavalry does their work. The AI will unlikely be able to do a whole lot to effectively stop my cavalry, and I'm counting on that. They have a good number of Iberian slingers here. A lot of Iberian swordsmen, which are fair sword units, kind of light sword units. These guys would kind of be a match for Libyan hoplites, but my African pikemen will easily cut through them, assuming that they don't, you know, glitch out too many of their orders, which is definitely a fair chance with pikes. Hopefully the upcoming patches will finally put a fix to pikes. It's like when they came out, they were overpowered, and then they got glitched out, and to the point where they were worthless, and now they're kind of on the in-between where they're definitely not worthless, but they're definitely still glitchy. And so hopefully the next patch will put some finality to the status of pike troops.
The gods are with us! Baal has blessed us!
Alright.
Ready! Spearman! Spearman, ready for...
Okay, let's get my cav engaged.
Ready! Loyal sons of Carthage! Into formation! My lord! Spears and formation! Our orders! Orders!
Our general is under attack.
Okay. Take out these slingers there. Got my Carthaginian cav, gonna put a hammer and anvil strike down on these units. So that's gonna be the end of that Iberian cav. Pull back out of that. There's an Iberian cav here. I'm gonna engage with my Carthaginian cav. Okay.
The men are wavering.
Iberian cav is gone. Hit these Iberian slingers from behind. Alright, nice hammer and anvil blow there. Caught those Iberian cav. Okay, we're putting a pretty good thrashing down on the Iberian troops. They got some Iberian cav charging this direction. Let's see if we can take them out. Okay, my pikes dominated the center like I thought they would. There's some Iberian swords chasing my cav. And this Libyan hoplite right here is getting beat up pretty bad by this sword unit. I'm gonna see if I can retreat it back through these pikes. Okay, there we got those guys engaged.
The battle is turning in our favor.
Okay, we're taking out that Scutari cav. There's another Iberian cav. That worked like I wanted it to. Then we got a hammer and anvil set up right here. Okay. Enemy general's gone. These guys are about to get just destroyed. They're gonna rout before they get that final destruction, but I guess I'll oblige their wish anyway. So those guys are dead. Alright, easy victory there. So, kill my general if you will. You're obviously going to need a little bit more help than that, because I just killed you on a 5-to-1 basis there. So, yes, maybe better luck to you next time, losers. And I'll remember that you killed my general, by the way, because when I come invade your city, I'm going to bear that in mind. Really wish I had some ballista in that army. I need to get some ballista in all of my armies. It'll really help me out with siege battles, being able to punch holes in walls easier. They've just improved that city over there too, and it's looking like its defenses are getting stronger. Gonna have to waste money countering rumors of blackmail, which is unfortunate. I was about to take this guy last time, I'll take him this time. Let's get into our political screen here. The Barkid dynasty's not doing so great. The Maganid dynasty seems to have more influence, and so does the other dynasties. Let's see if we can adopt one of these other generals. Looks like we can. And then we can't secure promotion with either one of these guys. But we may be able to start running some problems for these dudes over time. Okay, Syracuse comes back with a small fleet. Here's their main transport fleets that have appeared to have retreated back towards Greece. The Romans have laid naval blockade to Lilybaeum, and they've left Alalia wide open. So that'll be an easy gain here. So take that settlement back. Occupy.
Ready for orders.
So we're back in control. Oh, come on! In one turn, the Romans freaking overhauled everything. So I have to waste all of my money doing that, which is frustrating. Okay, let's hit this Roman fleet from behind.
In Baal
Not sure what kind of fleet the Romans have, but I want to try and take them out. They fled, so we've
Steady as we go.
broken the blockade.
Going a port.
They can try and blockade another city, I suppose. We can probably push back the Syracusan blockade here. Quite easily we can, and they stood their ground and are going to die quite gruesomely. Fine with me. Okay, general increased in
Ready
rank.
for orders.
That's good. We'll take him further down the... or he's on a warrior line, or no? There we go. Make him further down that tree.
How can I serve Carthage?
Okay. So we massively defeated this army.
Ready for
I
battle.
wonder if we can finish off their remaining troops here. It's giving them pretty fair chances because they're getting reinforced by the garrison armies. This is actually going to be hilarious. This is going to give me a chance to destroy their garrison army. And then I should be able to march right through their town with little or no effort either because their garrison army is coming out to reinforce. They definitely shouldn't have come outside their walls because this is going to just give my men a great opportunity to hack them all down. So unless they get to start on top of that mountain, that's going to be annoying. So let's start deployment, and they get to start on top of the mountain. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. How come this never happens for me when the AI attacks me? It's very strange. Here I am whining again, though. I'm going to quit. We're going to completely destroy these guys. Irregardless. Okay. Just a basic formation here. It's going to take us a few years to march up to the top of this mountain. So I'll go ahead and begin fast forwarding.
Enemy reinforcements approaching.
Good grief. This is going to take forever. I'll just start recording again whenever I get done.